Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are located on our unfathomable planet called Earth, I hope wherever you are located, you are having an enjoyable day, evening, or night. I'm coming to you live from the United States of America. Uh, this is the day before Easter. Every Easter, I try to look at one of the most classic movies, that's in the Western world. I don't know if it's worldwide, but definitely in the Western world here in the United States. Near every Easter holiday, the movie starring the great actor Charlton Heston, The Ten Commandments, is aired. I've been watching The Ten Commandments today. Now, I know how the ancient Hebrew really looked mathematically. Remember, mathematically, from the Bible in the book of Exodus, God told Moses, stick your hand in your breast and pull it out. And when he pulled it out, it was leprous. And the Bible say when it was leprous, it said it was white as snow. So therefore, a child would know if Moses stuck his hand in his breast and he pulled it out and it became white as snow, and he showed it to over 500 of the Hebrew elders, and they all grasped in horror as he poured out a white as snow arm. You know how he had to have looked. And I'm not going to say how he looked. If he was all white himself, turning his arm white would not have no impact on those people at all. Come on. Common sense and wisdom. Also, later in one of those books, Moses' sister and Aaron were plotting against Moses, saying that we are prophets too, so why should you have all of it now? They was jealous of Moses. So God came down in the cloud form, or whatever form it was in, and put them in check because in God's view, Moses was the most humblest human of all the Israelites. God said that the most humblest man on the world, so that's taking it far. Then God said, okay, I'm going to show you all because you complained against Moses' wife, who wasn't African like woman, so you get the point. She was African, so you know how she looked. So God said, I'm going to do something to you. I'm going to change you to the opposite of her color. God changed Miriam leprous. And if you read the Bible, like I have read for many decades, it says she became white as snow. Therefore, if Aaron, her younger brother, was all upset and all in a little ditty dandy about God making her like that, he got all upset and begged Moses, take away the curse from her. How did she really look? Now, getting back to the movie. Even though I've seen it many decades now, I'm starting to realize how beautiful the Ten Commandments movie was. They did have African people in there, but you remember when this movie was made, it was made in an era when it was basically, quote, they didn't like people of color that much. There was people of color in the movie who was Egyptians, who served the Egyptians. But what I loved about the movie, they don't really care how Moses looked. The acting in the movie, I have to say, was powerful. I said I lived many decades. I watched it since I was a little child. For a while, I stopped looking at it. I still watch it, but I was all upset and indignant because they didn't portray Moses truthfully or the Hebrews truthfully. They share the same rotten background as a certain group of American people who I'm not going to name suffered in this country. They basically suffered the same way as the so-called minority group in America was tormented. They got whipped. The women got raped. They was easily killed, just like the so-called minority people in America. So you see, it was powerful historically. That let you know right there who the real Hebrews may be. It let you know. But anyway, like I said, the acting in the movie was powerful. It moved me to this very day. To this very day. Like I said, I was watching it, so I said, dang, I gotta make a video to give some type of homage to that movie. Because even though they didn't look like Hebrews, even though none of them was back there to see how it really happened, because you know in this Ten Commandment movies, they did change some of the parts. When Moses was accused, when he killed in the Bible, he killed an Egyptian because, the Egyptian was trying to do something to one of the slaves, trying to crush them under a stone or something. In the movie, they didn't go that far. I guess they didn't have all the technical skills to do it. They just showed Moses beating the Egyptian for trying to trying to take or trying to whip Joshua. Yeah, that's it. So in this movie, that's how I deviated. So this movie, the Ten Commandments, it's not a blow blah blow portrayal of the interpretation of the ancient Hebrewites, but it's a close proximity. The way Moses was convicted was completely different, as you know. We wasn't back there with Moses, so I don't know if Moses had that trial. I don't know if he was brought in front of Ramses and had the little... Because in the Bible it said when Moses killed that Egyptian, he left Dodge right then and there. He ain't had no trial like in the Ten Commandment movies. He ain't had to stand in front of Ramses in chains and crying. Ramses like he would cry. Nefertiti like she's crying over Moses. That ain't happening in the Bible. Soon as Moses killed that Egyptian, he was out of Dodge. Because he knew the Egyptians. They was basically obeying it. The Egyptians basically obeyed those Ten Commandments. The Egyptians did not like murder. And Moses basically committed murder. He was saving someone's life. He was saving the man's life. But Egyptians' eyes, Moses was a murderer. So, like in the Bible, the Egyptians who taught the ancient Hebrews a lot. So the Bible, it don't curse the Egyptians out like they do in this movie. The Bible, God loved the Egyptians. He just said, let my people go. And Pharaoh didn't, so he had to keep doing the miracles, which he did in the movie. But that's my little take on this movie. It wasn't accurate historically, but that's okay. But it still captured, the spirit of Moses. Because in this movie, Moses was quite eloquent. He was a powerful speaker. In the Ten Commandment movie, Charlton Heston was a powerful speaker. Excuse me. And since I read the Bible in the book of Exodus, Moses kept telling God, I can't speak well. I'm slow of speech. And God kept working with Moses to God say, okay, Moses, you know I can do everything. I'm the one who gave people tongues and mouths. I can correct that. But Moses kept complaining, I can't speak well. So God said, okay, I'm going to send your brother Aaron, who's a more eloquent speaker than you. So that's how it diverged. So whenever you watch the movie The Ten Commandments, But remember, if you're a young child and you never read the Bible, you take that Ten Commandments movie as if it was the gospel itself, but it's not. It's just a portrayal of the Western world. Take the Bible, cause they would not dare show. That's one thing that always bothered me about the movie. They would not dare show Moses sticking his hand in his breast and turning white. They ain't gonna show that part. I know they would never show that part. They never would show when Miriam turned white as snow. They ain't gonna show that. They ain't gonna go that far. And that's the reason why. Because the people who acted in that movie did not look like the ancient Hebrews. If you like my little take on a classic Ten Commandments movie starring the iconic Charlton Heston, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to give your little 2 cents, your little verbatim on the classic movie that touched my heart to this very day, please give a comment. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel to hear about other biblical topics from the Bible or my thoughts about the Bible, please subscribe to the channel. Till the next time, dear listener, peace.